big thanks to Napoleon Grills for sponsoring this episode.
These are the best ribs of my life. I've been cooking ribs for a long time and I've cooked all kinds of ribs. Beef ribs, pork ribs, I even cooked chicken ribs. Those things are insane, by the way. But there's one type of rib that I have a love-hate relationship with. And I'm talking about lamb ribs. I cooked a lot of lamb ribs, trying to find the perfect one. The one that made me really, really happy. And until now, I'd never found that one. You know, they were, some were really bad, let's be honest. Some were okay-ish, but I'm looking for the one. I am looking for the unicorn. I am looking for the most delicious lamb ribs on this planet Earth. And there's a reason why I'm on this quest. Because my Aussie friends, hello, shout out to the Aussie friends, they tell me lamb ribs are the most delicious thing ever. And I believe them. They're not, these guys, they never talk crap. They're never like, if they say something, they mean it.
That's got a knife. That's a knife.
So, I'm looking for their unicorn. And I think since we dry aged this lamb in our house, in our own dry ager, and I butchered it myself, this could be the one. This could be the unicorn of lamb ribs. Let's start off with making a marinade. First thing that I'm gonna do is pick some fresh thyme leaves. And I want a whole handful of it loaded in my mortar and pestle. Then I'm adding 2 cloves of garlic and I'm going to grind this fine. And of course, we still need a bit of texture, so don't grind it too far. Add a tablespoon of coarse sea salt and a teaspoon of fresh ground cayenne pepper, 3 tablespoons of a high quality olive oil, and mix it up. Now that looks like a good marinade. Let's take a look at these lamb ribs. We got an amazing dark red color, beautiful white fat, nice cap on top. These ribs are absolutely insane. They look so tasty, so good, and there's still a good amount of belly meat on them. So this is the rib, and we got at least 2/3 extra meat on these ribs, even though they're still small lamb ribs. So if you're looking for lamb ribs, don't buy these big ones because they're from a sheep or like an older lamb. And the flavors of older lamb is not what we're looking for. We're looking for juicy, tender meat from smaller, local grown lamb. Now let's get some flavor on these ribs by putting the marinade on. I'm just gonna use my hand and brush on that marinade. Of course, we're gonna hit both sides, and in this case, I'm not removing the membrane. I'm leaving them on as a shield to protect the meat from drying out. I'm gonna place them on a tray and then I'm gonna set them in the fridge for at least 8 hours, but preferably overnight. I set up my Napoleon Kettle Pro for indirect smoking. So I put the charcoal on one side and I'm starting a small fire on one side of the charcoal. Then it's going to slowly burn to the other side, giving us a gradual heat. All the while protecting the meat from the radiation heat with this block of wood. And at the same time, that block of wood is going to provide us with smoke flavor. Now I'm going to set the grill grates on, put the ribs on, over indirect heat, safely protected from radiation heat. Now I'm gonna close the lid and let the ribs smoke. And I'm aiming for a temperature around 120 degrees. We created our own beautiful lamb by dry aging themselves. A local lamb that hasn't been aged over a year old. This is the best quality I could have gotten. I marinated it and then I smoked it for around 3.5 hours. Now it's time to make a sauce and brush that on. I'm going to start with 1 part honey, 1/2 part of high quality balsamic vinegar, a pinch of salt, and some fresh ground cayenne pepper. Now I'm gonna mix that up and I'm gonna brush it onto our ribs. And now they are done. And I do apologize, but I need to eat this straight away.
You nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Is this possible? Here, down on Earth, in the realm of men, that we create something like this? Yes, it is.
That is ridiculous. These are absolutely insane. These are some good ribs. It's just mind-blowing. Like, I never had lamb ribs this good before, and I heard about it, but I think I finally found the unicorn ribs. Insane.
It's got a lot of smoke flavor. Like, I could make a really scientific calculation and determine that it's maybe 50% smoke ring.
It's like soft and tender like pork ribs. It is flavorful like beef ribs. And then the sauce. It's absolutely insane. We got the acidity of the balsamic vinegar, we got the sweetness of the honey and the saltiness that we put in there. It just finishes everything off perfectly. Man, these are some good ribs.
It's lamb. That's already a total winner for me. The marinade, that's also a beautiful thing. It's like really herby, almost Greek, I don't know, beautiful flavors. And then on top, you have a sauce. And for all the American barbecue lovers, I know you guys like sweet and sticky ribs. This has that all. Also has that sweet and sticky flavor. It's everything combined. Everything that you ever wanted inside of a rib, it's there.
I don't know if I ever can go back. We need to get more sheep, lamb. Oh.
Seriously, is there something on like the scoreboard of ribs that's not there? Because that's what I said. The sweet and sticky American style barbecue ribs is also there.
How can you not like lamb? If you don't like lamb, you have never had lamb like this before.
No.
This is really awesome.
Yeah. I'm so surprised that that's even possible. Like combining all these things together. But seriously, it's 50% smoke ring.
It is.
It's insane.
Now that comes from the wood, like pure smoke wood.
Insane.
A little higher temperature, like a high airflow, I should say. That works really well every time. And while Morrison is biting away, you can watch the next video.
No,
Just click here.
It's here. It's an insane video. I can tell you all about it, but you just have to click it. So I want to thank all the patrons and the YouTube members, and please check our website. We got some beautiful recipes out there. Like and subscribe. See you next time.
Eet smakelijk.
Keep on grilling.